If you think I am playing a boxing game, you are wrong. This is Underdogs, an underground mech fighting roguelike game and the very first really solid PCVR release of 2024, and here is why. In Underdogs, you will have to first strap yourself into a mech, which is already pretty awesome to do. And after being fully calibrated, you then control both arms of that mech. And well, your training starts. The very first thing the game lets you do is to play a tutorial where you will learn the basics of punching. You physically punch with your arms in real life, using your controllers to move the mech's arms as well. And not only can the arms punch, but you can also slam them into the ground to move yourself around or to bash your way forward into enemies. Now, once that tutorial is done, you are introduced to the story via this amazing artwork and storytelling presentation, which I absolutely love. The story is about two brothers who got into some trouble and need to fight their way to the top in the city of Braga. And while fighting to the top, you will die a lot and will have to retry your runs again in this roguelike game. But it's not only fight after fight after fight. Before getting into a fight, there is always a bit of lore, and there are even choices to be made before entering a match. Think of going to the shop to buy upgrades or going on the streets to find trouble. And even when taking the troubled route here, you will be faced with sub-options that can make every run turn out differently and give you different upgrades. Whether it is in the shop or out on the streets, you will find upgrades that you can directly apply to your mech. You start out with a very basic mech, but you can replace those basic arms with grappling arms, a nail gun to deal extra damage, and much more. Besides that, there are passive upgrades such as giving you more health, a passive skill for doing burn damage, or a shield. Now, you'll have to experiment during your fights to find what you fight best with. There are over 100 items in the game, so it's quite diverse. Now, once you are ready to fight in the arena, you always have to make a choice as to who you are going to fight. Options offer different enemies and rewards, and once that is chosen, you can fight in this awesome arena, full of sharp and spinning objects that you can throw your enemies into. And these arenas always reminded me of that awesome show BattleBots. Do you remember that? Oh, that was awesome. Now, in the arena, I found that the careful approach works best. The enemies are quite diverse, from small little ones that explode to tiger-like robots that grab your arm and much bigger enemies. And as you fight in this arena, wave after wave appears until you clear them all and see the result screen with the awards you get. Then you can again make some choices to either upgrade or repair your mech, as you don't want to get into the next fight being damaged, because dying means you have to start over. There are 3 acts that you have to fight your way through, and each act in the end has an end boss, which is, by the way, fantastic to fight. The punches you throw feel really powerful, and together with the really badass music, man, it's a pretty dope game. As for the graphics as well, the art style is amazing. Mwah. I played this on PCVR and the performance was absolutely fantastic, nor did I encounter any bugs, so a really solid score on that. Do know that all the punching might get you tired quite fast, so it's a decent workout at the same time and pretty frustrating as the arms get tired but you still want to continue, or the battery simply runs out. But for that, ho ho ho, I highly suggest getting the Kiwi design head strap with battery. It makes wearing the headset, first of all, super comfortable. Secondly, you will have much more playtime with its battery in the back. And last but not least, it's much cheaper than what Meta sells right now. So check it out, Kiwi Design Accessories. Now, do note that this is a single player game, but oh boy, would it be amazing to fight this in multiplayer. When I was fighting the end boss in this game, I was just imagining that it was a real player. For example, setting up your mech, doing 1v1s, 2v2s, but who knows in the future? I think that the devs have outdone themselves with this game, and I can't wait for this studio to see what other games they might bring to the market later. Also, I wish that they had a little bit more... The voiceovers are great at times, especially when you are fighting in the arena, but once the story is being told and you see this art style with the text bubbles, it would be nice to have a voiceover there as well. If roguelike games are your thing, it's definitely worth a look. If at the same time mechs are something you like, I would say this is a must-buy. So I hope this gave you quite a good insight into what this game has to offer. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep up to date with the latest VR happenings. And as always, I hope to see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.